Hello friends, welcome to our Mate Architecture channel. We continue our chess studies from where we left off. Today's lesson is the movements of pawns and the special situations of pawns. The content of our lesson consists of the following. When do pawns move 2 steps? What is pawn promotion? Why do pawns not want to go back? They always want to go forward. Also, pawns and pieces, how to take. So, let me start. First of all, I want to say that the pawn always goes forward. It never moves back. The purpose of moving forward is for the pawns to reach the last row, and we will talk about why they reach the last row in a moment. Since the aim is to reach the last row, that's why the pawns are given the right to take 2 steps at first. In order to achieve their goal, they can use the right to take 2 steps. If they don't want to, it is completely your choice. Just because they have the right to take 2 steps at first, it does not mean that we will definitely take 2 steps. This does not mean that we will take 1 step if we want. We go. So, do we always have the right to go 2 steps? As I just said, if it has not moved at all, it has the right to go 2 steps. If it has moved before. For example, if this pawn e4 has moved before, it cannot go 2 steps anymore. Look, the whistle is also heard. Because it is a rule error, in order for it to move 2 steps, it must not have moved at all. So, in your opinion, can the h3 pawn move 2 steps? Does it have such a right? Normally, the pawn starts in the square I marked in yellow. If it comes here, if it reaches h3, it means it has moved forward. That's why it only moves 1 step, not a step. Well, does the h7 pawn have the right to move step by step? Of course it does, because it stays where it started. It has not moved before. The e4 pawn does not have the right to move step by step. We said that it has moved before, so the e4 pawn has the right to move step by step. Well, the b7 pawn has not been used. It has never moved before. So, 2, they have the right to move step by step. Now we will look at the process of taking stones with pawns. We said that when pawns move idle, they move straight, 1 step or 2 steps. But when the opponent is taking one of the pieces, they move diagonally, not straight. So we can say that pawns do not capture stones as they move. Pawns move straight. But when taking a piece, it moves diagonally. But when it moves straight. But when it captures any piece, it moves diagonally. Well, I will ask you this. Does this pawn have the right to move 2 steps? Because it has the right to move 2 steps, it happens where it started. This pawn has moved too much from where it started. It needs to move step by step. Since the h4 pawn is used, look at it only 1 step. When it moves idle, it moves straight, but even if it wants to move diagonally, it cannot. Because in order for it to move diagonally, it needs to have something here and eat it. We said that it moves straight when it moves idle. Now here, the pawn is moving in a straight line. It is very close to reaching the end. The aim of every pawn is to reach the end. When it reaches the end, friends, the pawn is promoted. This is the purpose of the pawn. If we were to collect the pieces that are in order, in today's lesson, we talked about the pawns having the right to move 2 steps from their arrangement, whether they use these rights if they want or not. The pawn promotion and the process of buying a piece with a pawn. Thank you for watching until the end of my video, friends. Let's not forget to like our channel and subscribe. See you in our next video.